Ravioli and the pepper stew. Ravioli comes home from work. The kitchen is silent. On the table there's a pepper stew his sister had made the day before. Sister, from the other room. Ravioli, don't eat it for dinner. It's too heavy. Ravioli looks at it, sniffs, smiles. Ravioli. Too heavy, for who? He ignores the warning. Grabs the spoon. Starts eating. 1 bite, 2, 3, he finishes the whole dish. Sister walks in. Sees the empty plate. Sister. You ate it all? I told you not to. Ravioli, mouth full. I couldn't resist. On his face, satisfaction. On the floor, the silence of the kitchen. Ravioli finishes the pepper stew. He feels an immediate wave of relaxation. He sits on the couch and turns on the news. Headlines roll by quickly. One grabs his attention. The government is about to cut funds. The meteorological sector and nasal are at risk. Ravioli gets scared, and thinks, oh no. They'll fire me. Worry. His eyes close. He falls asleep, troubled by thoughts of cuts and budgets. The next morning, at Parliament, the Ministers of Defense and Treasury are ordering cappuccinos at the bar, to have them delivered to the office. The Defense Minister is on the phone with the barista. Defense. Hello. Yes, 2 cappuccinos, with cocoa, both of them, as usual. All right, thanks. Defense hangs up the phone. Treasury. I bet they'll forget it again this time. Defense. What? Treasury. The cocoa. They always do. Defense. What are you talking about? Mine has always come just right. Treasury. Always. Don't be ridiculous. Last time they didn't even bring you sugar. Defense. No, no. You're mistaken. You don't remember well. I got everything. Foam, cocoa, perfect. Treasury. Perfect. Haha. Perfect for you, maybe. I had to sprinkle the cocoa myself with a spoon from the saucer. Defense. Sprinkle cocoa? You're exaggerating. Treasury. No. It's the truth. I brought it from home. Defense. Come on. It's just cocoa, not the end of the world. Treasury. Just cocoa? For me, it's a matter of principle. A matter of cocoa and dignity. Defense. All right, all right. Then let's make a bet. If the waiter brings the cocoa right, I win. If he gets it wrong, you win. Treasury. Deal. And the loser? Defense. The loser will have to sign a ridiculous decree. Whatever the other one decides. Treasury. I'm in. They shake hands. Defense. You'll see. Treasury. Haha, you'll be the one to see. The tray arrives. Both cappuccinos have cocoa. Defense tips the waiter. Defense. Perfect, Gustavo. Waiter. Thank you, sir. Always at your service. Defense. Look at this. Treasury. I can't believe it. Defense. A toast, to you. Meanwhile at Nasal, the boss calls Papaya and the others into his office. Boss. Well, gentlemen. I think you've already heard the latest news. They're about to cut our funds. Apparently science is no longer a priority for the government. Papaya. What can we do, boss? Boss. We must deliver results. Show that our research is worth something. Banani. Maybe I could invent a new telescope? Boss. No. We've already done those things. We need something big. Ravioli. A planet? Full of resources, maybe. Boss. That too is beyond our reach. Igor. Let's send Ravioli to Mars, and then pass him off as a Martian. Boss. That won't work either. Martians are thin and green. Papaya. We're in the hands of the government. Boss. Exactly. And now go, and try to avoid explosions this week. Igor. That'll be hard with Banani. Maybe we could send him to the weather guys. Boss. No, Igor. Here at Nasal we play fair. The boss dismisses them and everyone goes back to their station. Coffee break comes, and the four are, as usual, in the lounge. But from the small TV hanging on the wall, the news breaks in with a breaking story. Reporter. Breaking news. The Treasury Minister has signed a new decree regarding the well-known issue of budget cuts to Nasal and the Weather Agency. The decision states that the cuts will be applied to only one agency. And the method to decide which one is, let's say, a bit unusual. Papaya. Unusual. In what way? Reporter. To explain, let's pass the line to our correspondent. Correspondent. Good morning. Today at Parliament, the Treasury Minister signed the most unusual decree in this Parliament's history. Here's what he said at the conference. On the monitor appear recorded images of the press conference. The Treasury Minister is speaking into the microphones at the podium. Treasury. And so, the two agencies will have to form two teams with their most important scientists. Banani. That's us. That's us. Treasury. 5 of them. Papaya. We're one player short. Treasury. And face off in. Banani. A math challenge. Ravioli. A scientific research project. Treasury. A 5-a-side soccer match. Laughter from the journalists fills the broadcast. Treasury. Okay. I'm not joking. They'll settle it with soccer. Journalist. Excuse me, but is this constitutional? Treasury. Apparently, yes. In the footage, the minister takes his notepad, turns around, and leaves with a serious face. The line goes back to the correspondent. Correspondent. Well. If I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I'd never have believed it. Back to the studio. Anchor. Thank you, colleague. And now, celebrity news. Ravioli. Tell me this is a joke. Igor. The joke's on you. At least the end of our career will be spectacular. Minutes later, they are summoned by the boss. Boss. I think you've heard the news. Papaya. Yes, but it's absurd. How can they decide our future with a 5-a-side soccer match? Boss. With this government I've heard worse. Anyway, what's done is done. I advise you to get ready, because my job depends on you. I'll study the opposing team and advise you on the best strategy. Ravioli, starting today, you're on a diet. Ravioli. What? What? Boss. You heard me right. No pizza, no sweets. I want you in shape at least once in your life, for 1 week. Ravioli. But that's impossible. Igor. I'd better go warn the director of the Charity Institute. Banani. Why? Do you want to try asking Nasal for a donation? Igor. No, I have to warn him to stock up the food pantry at the soup kitchen. In a week, they'll be getting ravioli. The 4 go back to work. After a couple of hours, the boss calls them again. Boss. I have good news for you, or almost. Banani. We don't have to play anymore. Boss. No. I said almost good. Papaya. So. Boss. I studied the files of the weather agency scientists. From the results of the research I was able to predict exactly which team will play against you. Banani. Tell us, tell us. Are they strong? The boss shows a photo on the monitor. In it, 5 meteorologists in sports uniforms, photographed at a 5-a-side soccer match. Boss. Here they are. In fact, the weather guys already have an official 5-a-side soccer team, made up of their most important scientists. We've got Lieutenant Smilzini, straight from the top ranks of the Air Force. Colonel Stordarelli as striker, pilot Mayapetti in midfield, the IT genius Resetasi, and, in goal, the weather balloon technician Tough Apprendi. Igor. Those names, you didn't make them up, did you, boss? Boss. No. What are you saying? How could you even think that? Papaya. Yes, but why did you say the news is only almost good? Boss. Because, even though they play 5-a-side soccer every Sunday, they're actually the weakest team in the scientific league. So, if you train well, you have at least a tiny chance of winning. Ravioli. Yeah, but they play all the time, and I don't even know the rules of 5-a-side soccer. Boss. You don't need to worry about the rules, Ravioli, because we'll put you in goal. Just focus on stopping that ball, doesn't matter how. Igor. With Ravioli in goal, the opponents won't have a single opening unless Ravioli gets scared and runs away. The boss dismisses them again. The four talk in the hallway. Banani. The boss told us to go to the sports field and start training. Papaya. Yes, but first I'd like to finish those measurements. Ravioli. And maybe make another 100 of them. Banani. Don't you get it? If we lose that match, there won't be any more measurements to make. Papaya. You're right. Our future and that of our colleagues is in our hands. Banani. Or rather, in our feet. Ravioli. There's too much pressure on us. I need to eat something greasy. Ravioli pulls a little pizza out of the pocket of his lab coat, but Banani snatches it from his hand. Ravioli. Hey, what are you doing? Banani. No way. Until next week, these are forbidden. Ravioli. Hey. That's not fair. Igor. More than in our feet, the future of nasal lies in Ravioli's stomach. So, given the speed he digests at, we don't have much time left. The hallway fills with colleagues. Colleague 1. Come on, Papaya. We have to win. Everything depends on you. Colleague 2. If you lose, nasal shuts down. All your experiments disappear. Colleague 3. Our projects, our careers, our reputation, in your hands. Papaya. But we're scientists. Not athletes. Colleague 1. Then start being athletes, right now. Ravioli. At least let me eat one last snack for some energy. Ravioli pulls a brioche out of his shirt pocket. But colleague 2 snatches it right out of his hand. Colleague 2. No, no, no. You have to go on a diet. Immediately. Igor. I agree with them. Let's train by running. Maybe that way, when we lose the match, at least we'll be able to run away from them. The group surrounds them, anxious, with looks sharp as blades. Colleague 1. We want effort, not excuses. Ravioli mutters to himself, glancing at his empty pocket. Ravioli. Fine, but if we survive, I want at least 1 focaccia each. Banani shakes his head, Papaya sighs. Igor smiles sarcastically. Igor. Welcome to the first scientific survival training. The four arrive at the public playground, escorted by colleagues. Some more athletic, armed with stopwatches and whistles. Colleague 1. Come on, let's start. Jump rope. Papaya. But, wasn't this supposed to be a measurement? Banani. Doesn't matter. Now we run. The 4 start jumping, tripping, almost crying, and sweating. Colleague 2. Now push UPS. 5 sets. Ravioli. Please, at least give me an energy snack. Colleague 3. Silence. Focus on the training. The 4 try to do the push UPS as best they can, but the results are pitiful. Even Igor loses his usual sarcastic grin, replaced by a grimace of suffering. Papaya tries to cheat. Banani manages best. Ravioli, on the second half push-up, collapses, face to the ground, not even able to move an extra millimeter. Colleague 1. Come on, Ravioli. Don't stop. Igor takes advantage of the diversion to stop and comment. Today, our reputation is like Ravioli's face. It's gone straight into the mud.